On December 14, 2023, police in Broomfield, Colorado, were called to a quiet suburban home for a welfare check. Daniel Krug reported that his wife, Christille, wasn't answering his texts. What the officer found in the garage would change everything.
They called me, like, can you go see if she'll answer the
Oh yeah, he sent us as well, so.
Yeah, I'm like, I live in the house.
Just next door? Okay.
All right, well, you got this.
Alrighty, man. Appreciate it. $151, send medical, and 110. I need a 4th Sentry. I got a female down in the garage.
The scene was brutal. Crystal had been beaten and stabbed to death. As investigators began their work, a dark backstory emerged. Only a month prior, Christille had contacted the police, terrified of a man she called Kickman, an alleged long-term stalker who had recently escalated his threats.
When did he pop back up?
So, first text message was back in October.
Okay.
Just threats.
Just out of nowhere? Just
He
pop
does
back?
this. He does
Okay.
this, and he's been doing it for over 20 years.
Okay. So this is, so,
This is the first time it's this violent and
Okay.
aggressive. Normally it's hey, how's it going?
okay.
Nope. So the last contact was, I'm guessing, more than 5 years ago, just because it was last. I had a Facebook account at the time, and I don't have that, and haven't had it since pre-pandemic. So
Okay.
easily, like, whatever, how many years before that? Yeah, no, completely out of the blue, and not engaging at all. So there's absolutely no response from me,
Okay.
and he's still going. The in-person stuff that's scaring the crap out of me, and why I logged this, was starting since last Tuesday, and it's been almost every day since.
Okay.
I've gotten a few days break.
And it's always been text message, or has it been
And emails.
email? Okay.
At the police station, Daniel Krug played the role of the devastated protector. He meticulously detailed how the stalker had sent photos of him at work to Christille, creating an atmosphere of constant fear. He even suggested that the stress of the stalking had brought the couple closer together.
This is his number. Where is he right now? What kind of car is he? Like this was alarming. He's never said this kind of stuff to me before, so whatever. And the fact that it went so emotional is like, something's really wrong here. Then things go dark, right? And this is when I then contact you guys, because this now is escalating. This is not just threats against me, it's threats against my husband. He contacts me, and you'll see in my little log that this is an email address he contacts me now from more frequently, like he actually reuses it. But he is now showing that picture that day. There's snow on the ground. My husband had only gone into work on that Tuesday for Halloween.
I'm guessing that it was creepy, but not real. No, but lots of people are jerks online, sure. Other than that, I'm sure she has mentioned to you that she and I go through a rough patch, kind of on the rocks. So probably didn't seem that pressing until it was. She didn't want me to panic, so she didn't share all of the details of the log. And so as I got all of the details, my panic level has gone considerably higher. Not now, because I'm in a police station. Sure. And honestly, this is the safest I've felt since Monday at lunch.
So anyway, just a lot of like very sexually explicit, very graphic, very just like poke the bear kind of thing. And then trying to prove to me that he can follow us.
Yeah. I went to the grocery store briefly on Tuesday, and someone behind me dropped a can, and I panicked.
My husband did see these, definitely this message, so he very much still remembers that if you ever need someone to corroborate that they saw it, but I don't know how credible of a witness someone that my husband would be, but...
Yes and no. But,
yeah.
So what am I doing? I'm panicking. And I'm doing a shit job of protecting my wife. As bad as I am, I care more about her safety.
yeah. Well, I can understand that 100%.
And I'm sorry for this. Wear a mask around the kids.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, because this is now so distracting and so constant, and it just anytime my phone buzzes, I'm just I don't know what's coming my direction.
I didn't protect her. I was the person to protect her. She had a gun. She was supposed to. I was supposed to protect her. I was leaving. She told me I had to go because she had a meeting. She was rushing me, and I went. She sent tissue, but she texted me asking me to pick up. So I canceled or skipped my my CFO meeting. So I could get, and I left her for this.
And you couldn't get a hold of her. She sent you that text. And that's as much contact as you had with her today.
And I panicked when the check marks weren't there.
What do the check marks mean? Got it. And you mentioned earlier that she didn't tell you about something kicks. Which one was that?
Kickman.
Kickman.
That's what we call a sucker. Doesn't deserve
Okay, and which
came up with Kickman because
yeah, I remember having a
Colby
conversation.
was gonna kick his ass.
But Daniel's story had a fatal flaw. While he was busy painting a picture of a mysterious third party, detectives were tracing the digital evidence. They discovered that the Kickman email account wasn't accessed from some shadowy corner of the dark web. It was accessed from Daniel's own office.
We just now need to talk about your rights so we can proceed with getting the answers that we both want.
Yeah. I have two different voices going through my head right now. I have my brother. Yeah, I've mentioned him. He's the sheriff's lieutenant. And I have his voice saying, talk to the police. And in typical cop fashion, he married a prosecutor. So I had Lynn's voice in my head going, get a lawyer.
What caused the, anxiety or panic as to why it was so concerning that she didn't respond?
It was a really specific question about a time impacting the kids. That's something she will always respond right away on. And then, other than that, that was enough for me. That felt weird. it hurt me that she didn't tell me about the stalker when it started, but she brought me in right away once he sent her a picture of me. And at that point, she brought me fully up to speed, and I saw the horrible messages. I saw the ad, all that crap. And that's when she and I started working on game plans. Again, what do we do to protect family, to protect the kids, define your threat level. She had a gun, she was armed. I don't want lethal items. We didn't let each other kind of be alone anywhere. Had to take dogs for a walk or dog for walks. We would do that together.
So it almost sounds like all this kind of maybe even brought you guys closer, not maybe emotionally closer, but you guys were physically sort of working on things besides your kids.
There was a
mutual.
Yeah, there was, over the course of November, there was a better team feel.
Okay.
So she said she didn't want to talk about it until all of this was done. And then he got quiet. And so, in my brain, I'm thinking, someone made a move against her. So in my brain, the story that I have is someone came to the door. Maybe she went outside to get a package, and they must have come in. And she said, "Hire, she's strong. She would have fought."
The interrogation shifted instantly. When confronted with the fact that the stalking photos were taken and sent from his own devices and location, Daniel's distraught husband persona began to crumble. He realized the digital trail he tried to use as an alibi had become his own trap.
What if I told you that we had already spoken with him? There's no way that he was in town today.
I have nothing. And I'm terrified to bring my children home.
The Gmail account, the Kickman account that you guys initially received with the photo of you in it, and the phone number, those originated through their IP addresses at your office.
Doesn't make any sense. Well, he took the photo of me at my office.
Right. But both of those accounts originated from IP addresses that was back to your office.
I don't know what to do with that. There are Wi-Fi access throughout the facility for employees, and there's public Wi-Fi access throughout the entire facility. And we literally post the passwords in every single meeting room. Okay.
Because I guess the biggest concern is just the timing of everything, that it just doesn't quite make sense to have somebody create an account, take a photo, and then immediately send it off, and then the account is no longer being used.
None of this makes any sense.
Things are certainly pointing in one direction right now. So I'm going to throw this idea out there, right? You know he has reached out to her in the past, a number of times.
She's been very open about that, yes.
Right. The last time was 2016-ish. He had asked her at one point if she wanted to have sex.
I think he's approached her multiple times.
Right. So this next time, if there's any bit of question about infidelity, whether it's with or anybody else, we might create an account to see if we can create a facade or see if Christile's actually interested. So we ask her and push the bounds a little bit and see if that will confirm our suspicions of infidelity. You don't get the response and the openness you once did for about 28 days, from October 2nd to October 31st. So you amp it up a little bit. Send a photo of yourself to her, an account you created. See what her response is.
Maybe this started out the way that it was recorded, and then maybe it turned into something different.
Is that to suggest that I would put my children through this?
But I think ultimately what happened today would bring you the closest to your children that you've probably ever been in your mind.
There has to be someone
That was able to turn off the cameras, that was able to access a password-protected system to turn off cameras, that was able to use your IP address from your work to create accounts, to send messages and photos, to act as a stalking suspect. Well, tell me. Help me make sense of it.
I don't know, I'm not the one who does this. I'm analytical at work, and I read and write fiction at home. I don't do crime drama. I don't know what this is. If you're adamant that it's not Kickman, then there has to be some.
Kickman is 6.5 hour drive from here. There's no way you could have made that drive. If you flew, we would have record of that. That doesn't show up on any sort of flight record through the FBI, DEA, Homeland Security, anything like that. And then, in fact, he was contacted in his house, severely intoxicated.
I'm going to ask you a couple names to see if you recognize any names.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the name Crystal Krug? She may have been Grimsrod when you knew her.
Yeah.
And do you know a Daniel Krug?
No.
No? How do you know Crystal?
She was an ex-girlfriend.
She's an ex-girlfriend. How long's the ex? Like how long ago?
1999.
Oh, so like a long while
She was
ago.
my very first girlfriend ever.
Oh, okay. When was the last time you talked to Crystal? Has it been a minute?
It's been a minute, yeah.
Like since you moved from...
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would have been what, back in 2014?
Yeah.
All this time that we've been looking for him, for the protection order, and you just found him today, like that.
'Cause I've been looking at you, but I've been waiting for these records to come back.
We've been chasing the wrong dog.
Am I under arrest? Is it? It sounds like you're accusing me.
We have a lot of information that points your direction, and we were hoping that you could provide a legitimate explanation other than it wasn't me.
We have publicly available internet.
Say if we told you that other people you talk to that are close to your wife have expressed that she had maybe told them that she suspected you of having...
She said that right to my face. she wanted to know if it was me. And I told her no.
But why would she suspect that? I don't understand how we take the leap from, we haven't had a romantic relationship for a long time in our marriage to, I suspect my husband is pretending to be my stalker. How does that happen? There's a missing explanation in there. There's a missing piece to that. I'd like to know what happened this morning. I'd like to know
Me too.
what caused you to get so upset to hurt your wife, because I believe that's what happened. I believe that you've been because there's no other logical explanation.
I want to know what happened to her. Did she find? Did she get shots of bomb? Where was she in the house? So tell me. Did she fight? Did she get shots on? Where is she in the house?
We haven't been there to know. And there's only one person in this room that can tell us. Detective King Solomon and I have been here with you.
I think you know the answer to all those questions. I think you got confirmation or found out that she had a boyfriend this morning, or something happened that pissed you off, and you did something that you regret now, because you can't go back. And you can't go back to, stalking her secretly, or pretending to be her stalker, or making plans, having cooperation with one another, although it's not romantic, having cooperation with one another to fight together against Kickman.
You have your theory. It is wrong. Please find the right. Is this the point where on whatever that checklist is, I say, I'll have it for you. I want you to find who did this. Because I know it's. You don't believe that? Fine. Just don't stop looking elsewhere. Focus on me. Okay? Find who did this. Are you married? With kids? Divorced? Right behind you. I don't care if you capture him. I just want the fucking man. He took my children's mother for Christmas.
Daniel Krug's elaborate scheme to frame his wife's ex-boyfriend and impersonate a stalker failed. Prosecutors proved he carried out the murder himself before casually walking into work to create his alibi. A jury convicted him of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more police body cam videos.